the weather this time of year in the South? Perfect. Fall football weather. And we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with Derek Carr and the Las Vegas Raiders. Now Jones. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So first and 10 now from the 30. First carry for Josh Jacobs. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
A gain of 11 on the play. And a Raider first down.
On first down, Carr. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zay Jones that time. And now it's second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Carr going to get this to Jacobs. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. It's caught. Jones. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 17-yard line. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give them 25 yards. So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Tyler Davison.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Carr looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up first and 10 at the 34. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
The ball carrier.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. Here's Gurley now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
And there's a run there by Todd Gurley. We all know he's looking to rebound from the least productive season of his career. And I think Atlanta presents him a great opportunity to do just that. They'll use him really well running it as well as catching it out of the backfield.
So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another first and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. It was Maurice Hurst who got him down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
At the 45-yard line.
Now they'll throw it with Ryan. Ryan hit, and he lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right? So if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Darren Waller. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. And that makes it 7-zip Vegas.
Makes the score Raiders 7, Falcons nothing.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
At the 47-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
And he's got this down to the 35. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 35-yard line. Ryan. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
On the counter, Gurley. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Ryan. The left side completion to Jones. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line.
At the 21-yard line.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Score Raiders 7, Falcons nothing.
So 1st and 2nd down went the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Here's Ryan. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he's going to come up well shy of the 1st here as the tackle's made right around the 12. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
At the 28-yard line.
From the gun, it's Carr. That is caught by the rookie from Bama. It's Henry Ruggs. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Carr. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
That's one of the dangers of the quick game. If you only have a 2- or 3-step drop, if you don't get the ball to someone open right away, those defenders are right near the line of scrimmage and then get on top of you in a heartbeat.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr. And once more to Ruggs. This time the catch made. And it's a fumble. And the Falcons grab it. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Play action. It's Ryan. Looking downfield for Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I know exactly why he tried to throw the ball to Julio Jones there. He's never considered covered. He's either too fast or too strong. You always try and get it to him.
Especially on those deep passes. He's airing it out for Sanu. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Two things you can do in that situation. Run and punt the football or try and take your shot at getting the 1st down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this kick will be touchdown as they spot it inside the 45-yard line.
10 at their own 42-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, trying to atone for it here on this drive. 10 yards there to start the drive and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. Throwing on 1st down is Carr. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Tyler Davison. Able to get him for a loss of about 3. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And he's got the hook up to Ruggs. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And to Las Vegas.
From Falcon territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 33. Counter play with Jacobs. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
Touchdown.
Josh Jacobs. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Raiders add on to their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
No gain on the
and he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
And Jones has it over the middle. They find some open field here. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Julio Jones. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons draw a bit closer. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fielded in the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives. So a very good flow right now offensively.
Hard to slow them down, too, because they are locked in. Feel like the offense coordinator is a little bit ahead of the defensive guys right now. They're beating them to the punch with their play calls. They've got a nice rhythm they're locked into. How can the defensive guys come up with something that'll disrupt that flow? That's what they're seeking right now.
Well, it's been an exciting sequence to watch. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
To Josh Jacobs.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
At the 47-yard line.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
To go.
Operating from the gun. Carr got his connection complete to Ruggs. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Carr now on first down. Throw right side going to be caught by Waller. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
The 11-yard line.
Again, they'll throw with Carr. That's complete right around the 8. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Again, it's Carr. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, but it'll be second and goal.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal. And that is caught. It's Ruggs. Touchdown, Vegas.
Complete to Henry Ruggs.
Henry Ruggs. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game.
Daniel Carlson to kick off for the Raiders.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
And at the 47-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there, and so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
This one caught by Ridley. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts.
That's another.
As the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Gurley. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
Ball carrier.
He was brought down by Malik Collins.
8-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And this one is right down the middle. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point. Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Carlson to kick off for Los Angeles.
It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Todd Gurley, his 11th touchdown of the year. And now the Falcons are within a 2-point conversion of tying up the game. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Nick Kwiatkowski. And a short return to the 6-yard line.
Raiders 21, Falcons 19. Young Way.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taken in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. Normally, you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Right back to Waller. He's got it this time. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
On the play.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
35-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. He's got the first down and more past midfield. The 30, 10, touchdown, Falcons. Todd Gurley, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Falcons have taken the lead.
Sometimes running plays hit or break so fast, there's no reaction time from the secondary. So I've got to give credit to the offensive line for creating that hole so suddenly. And how decisive was he to take that cut and just go? No one downfield there to stop it.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fielded in the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory.
Ball carrier.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
It's a gain of 7.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, He joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. From the gun, Carr. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Tack McKinley in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And he'll look downfield for Waller. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete.
I'm looking at this one with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
And this will be taken at the 13. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
The 46-yard line.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again. Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush.
Again they run with Gurley. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
42-yard line.
On 1st down, Ryan. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Give him 30 yards there.
At the 12-yard line.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now it's Gurley. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Here's the fullback now. It's Keith Smith. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. To throw is Ryan. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Corey Littleton able to record his 5th sack of the season.
7.
So now here comes the field goal team for the third time today. Back now here on EA Sports.
A 29-yard attempt.
It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the fourth.
A 29-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And remember, despite giving up the field goal, this is still a one-score game. They're in need of the touchdown and a two-point conversion. A field goal on this drive likely doesn't do them much good.
Complete to
First play of the drive in their hip pocket. Of course, the focus here has to be the touchdown or the two-point conversion. Field goals aren't going to help you.
Yeah, but how about that first play of the drive? Just to get them started, nice gain, got some positive momentum going. They're on their way, and they don't have to rush.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Here comes a big one as this crowd gets up making some noise. It's third and short.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last two possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Carr completes it. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one goes for 30 yards.
This play started with the protection. You have to have it to give your quarterback time to let routes develop downfield. And then it's on him to locate an open man, and he does just that. Play callers love 4 vertical routes because receivers can be open at any time downfield, often for big gains.
Reception here by Ruggs. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's on the big guard, Gabe Jackson. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Operating from the gun, Carr. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a second down here.
Second down at the 25-yard line.
To throw again on second down. Carr, a slant to Jones. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 13-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
Ball carrier.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5.
10 at their own 5-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Another important fourth-quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. And opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. We got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. I don't think Gurley got there. Looks like the defense held him back. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
A loss of a yard.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. And here's Hofrichter now, the punter, as he sends this one away. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give them 5 on the return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Into the red zone, it's Carr. And a slant hauled in by Ruggs. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Henry Ruggs. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Raiders move back within a couple of the lead.
45. I know he ain't got it. Hey, check my 45. Check my 45.
Carr to throw. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. And a failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Another carry now for Gurley. Gurley's got the 1st down and then some. He's at the 40. That's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. The Falcons in victory formation as they take a knee. 2nd and 11 now. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gerlin. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. The Falcons in victory formation as they take a knee.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
The Falcons send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. Shedding the tackle.
Today's final score, Falcons 29, Raiders 27.